3, 2, 1, go.
Scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you guys that you will finish?
6.
It's pretty good.
I was like 90% confident I would finish a Darkwing Duck run for perspective.
6 out of 10. 60% is about what the confidence level that Rane reported for Darkwing Duck, so we'll see. It seems to be about par for the course today. 60% confidence. So this is Batman, NES Batman. It's a Sunsoft game, excellent soundtrack.
As all Sunsoft games do.
Right, of course, of course. That's redundant to say that, I suppose. But, yeah, this is a game
some
that...
people don't know that.
That's true, some people don't know that. Sunsoft, known for great NES music. They're playing stages, what is it? 1-1 through 1-3, I think.
2-1.
Oh, sorry, 2-1, 2-2,
2-3,
3, my bad.
Why am I wall jumping there? Jeez.
And they're starting with a fair amount of ammo. I believe they're starting with max ammo or pretty close to it, I think, right?
It was around like
It's
80,
close
I
enough.
think.
80, yeah, it's pretty far up there. So we didn't want, you know, ammo drops to be an issue. So I started everyone with lots of ammo, but that's neat because you can try out different strats with various weapons. You'll see the Batarang get used a lot because that's a good way to stun enemies and take them out. There's 3 different sub-weapons that you can use in this game. There's like a rocket pistol. There's the Batarang, or maybe it's called a Dirk or something like that. I forget what it's called in this version of the game, but
I think that's the 3 splitter.
that's the 3 thing. Okay, and there's like a little discus that splits into 3. So that's the other sub weapon, and they've all got their uses. I'm pretty sure that in a real speedrun of this, like an any percent speedrun of this, you'd use all 3 weapons at some point.
I think that's true. I believe
I
the missile
think they
gets
all get
far
used.
less used, but I think it does have a couple situations where
Right.
it's the best option.
And they all use different amounts of ammo. Your weapons all, if I remember correctly, use the same set of ammo, but they consume it at different rates.
I think it's 1 for the Batarang, 2 for the missile, 3 for the Dirk.
Mm-hmm. I believe that's correct.
Jeez.
So this is a game that a year or two ago, a couple years ago, the record for this game changed hands a bunch of times. There was quite a fight for it. Funkdoc and Dexter were both working incredibly hard at it. Who else was playing this game that
I think
time? Too?
Sinister 1, I want to say.
Sinister,
Yeah,
that's right.
he
Sinister
was.
played it. That's right. But it's a very optimized game, and
That's not what I do there.
you know, I mean, it started out as a pretty optimized game, and people found more and more strats for it,
that's
and
not what I do
became
there.
even more optimized. But I haven't seen it get much play recently, though, so I don't know what the current state of Batman speedrunning is.
Oh, we got Dexter here. We can just ask him.
It's true, we have Dexter. He's the Batman guy.
I believe Dexter ran this game at the Best of Nest marathon, which was only for world record holders, so
So by that token, he's the world record holder. Yeah.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, there is Joker right there.
Oh, God. I'm just going to show how bad I suck against everybody, aren't I?
oh, there we go. Dexter points out that Sinister 1, Bad Breaks, and Infested Reach
Oh,
are all
cool.
under 11 minutes in Batman.
Nice.
And I think all 3 might be in chat. At least 2 of them are.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of people got into Batman.
I can just get this first jump right.
That's the deal.
And of course, Funkdoc, may he soon return to speedrunning. So they don't have to fight the boss as part of this goal. Just for time constraint reasons, we don't want the goals to be too long, but it's all the boss fights in this game are kind of fun. Kind of fun, I say. Probably not so fun if you really care about your world record time, but
I think there's only 1 or 2 bosses in this game that aren't exactly on the fight. There's the two cubes that kind of...
Yeah, the cubes are
go
kind of...
around.
Yeah, the first one you can kill consistently, but I think the second one, it's a random pattern. And you've got to hope for the good one. And then, of course,
Oh,
there's the Joker... The Joker
Yeah.
death glitch.
Yeah.
So there aren't really a lot of sequence breaks in this game. I mean, the closest thing that you could call the sequence break would be, you know, a wall jump that you're going to see coming up here on the right, which is, you know, the kind of... It's not really a sequence break, because, you know, anyone could figure out that you can jump up to that thing, but you are skipping part of the level by doing that. Very small part. And there's another one coming up in the next stage as well.
And they're making it look easier than it is. I was watching them practice, and it definitely did not come easily.
Yeah, a lot of these jumps you got to be at the very edge if you want to avoid bumping your head and missing. And there's wall grabbing, wall jumping, but it's... I mean, it takes some getting used to. I don't think you can hang there. You can only jump off of something, right? You can't. You don't like
Yeah.
stick to it like Ninja Gaiden.
And it's kind of like
No.
you can't just like wing it. You gotta be semi-accurate with the button press.
Mhm.
So it's not like it's just something free either.
Oh, I guess there's another unintended wall jump skip there in 2-2.
Oh, jeez. Crying out loud. Yeah, not gonna bother.
I think I was talking to a friend pretty recently about this game, and he was like, "I'm pretty sure I got pretty far. I remember there was acid." And I was like, "That's the second level." He's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah. Did you ever see electricity?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, but you got to the first part of the second level."
Way to dash his hopes, man. Come on, you could at least like, you know, made him feel somewhat good.
It was the 5th level, so yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, one of the things I always remember being difficult is those jumping guys. There's these, well, like humanoid dudes that jump, and they seem kind of difficult to deal with. I always had trouble with that part. You won't see that in this goal, though. This section here that you see Rane at, there's different ways you can go. You can go down a level, but I don't really see that as being
It's not faster in any way.
not faster at all. But these levels are a little bit,
Oh,
I mean, somewhat non-linear. Not really. This is mostly a pretty linear game.
Oh yeah, Rain got pretty close there. But got done in by a tiny little robot.
that robot
just-
gets me every time, by the way.
And it just completely incinerates Batman. Just gone.
Yeah. Goes up in a burst of flames.
I guess it's kind of weird for Batman to be
Oh,
shooting
crying out
missiles
loud.
and murdering all these things. Well, I don't know.
They're
are they
robots.
all- Yeah, they're all robots.
They're all
that's right.
robots. It's
That-
sort of like
that
the
was-
Foot
that
Clan
has
in the
never
cartoon.
shown
movie.
mercy to any robot.
Yeah.
That's true. That missile is strictly for anti-robot purposes. You would never shoot that missile at anyone else.
Yeah, that's true. How do you come armed with missiles and not expect to kill anything?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
They're
I
stun
just want to
missiles.
say, like, the game handles really well, but like when it comes to the jumps, it takes a little bit of getting used to because you can kind of see his animation. He starts something up whenever he goes to jump. So there's a slight delay on jumps, but at least it's telegraphed well.
I also find he just he kind of falls slowly. It's kind of deceptive.
It's his cape.
Yes, I guess.
I'm pretty sure he does not have any variance in the way he falls. I
Just
think
kind
like
of a,
he just falls at
steady
one
fall.
speed.
yeah.
Right, no acceleration to it. Yeah. So no need to Mega Man jump off of ledges.
Yep.
There's some ledges
Although
where it's better too, just because you can get a little bit further, or get a
Yeah.
proper spacing.
And there's a lot of like dropping off of stuff and then grabbing backwards and then jumping. Like there's
Oh, this is bad.
some of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, these vertical sections. So yeah, the part that Cards of the Heart just died at, that's kind of what I'm talking about. You walk off that ledge and then grab back to the left and then wall jump off that. It's positioning yourself as you're falling off a ledge and then grabbing onto the ledge that you just fell off of. I've always found that to be tricky. There we go, Rane's got to do it too. But just trying to be in the precise spot to do that. And then again, of course, you have to run into the like not bumping your head into the ceiling problem, where you got to really run to the edge of the ledge on that next part and then jump, or else you bump and fall right down onto the electricity.
Oh, for crying out loud.
But this game is full of little things like that. Oh, I picked a really conveyor belty level. Who doesn't love conveyor belts?
Especially when they run against you. That's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
So does he have? Batman has 2 jump heights.
No, he has a
think it's-
variable jump
yeah.
height that's based on the button.
Okay.
I think he's
Like,
got a
off
minimum
of-
jump
off of
height, though.
walls?
Oh,
Even
off
off
Walls,
of,
there's 2.
Okay.
Off of walls, there's 2 jump heights. Oh,
I think there's 3.
Is there 3? I thought there was only 2.
oh, weird.
Well, there's like super high, medium, and low, I think. It's at least what I've noticed. I could be horribly wrong, but
Yeah, I'm not sure myself.
Oh, we've got just under 18 minutes left on the clock, by the way.
Whoops. What am I doing?
Both players have got runs in so far. Rane so far in the lead, 244.
Yep, I would put money on both players finishing a better run
Than what
before
they've got
this
now.
time is up. Yeah.
So this goal, there's some history behind this. This was actually used in our pilot episode. As was Castlevania III was also used in our pilot episode, but the goal is a little different than the Castlevania III goal that they used for that. This goal, though, I think is exactly the same. So Garrison and Dram, PJ and Duckfist tested this out when we were piloting the show. So
think I
this
remember
might
that.
be, yeah, I think this might be the first SGL goal I came up with, possibly.
Oh, jeez.
And SGL is always looking for more goals.
Yes.
So if you have a game that you want to see on the show, or you speedrun it and you think it'd be good, then feel free to I'll definitely post this in chat. But you can contact us and help out. It'll be great.
Neat. Yes, please. We've had a lot of people contribute goals to this. It's nice. I've mostly used up all the goals people have contributed, though, so we're back to needing more.
Nudu, I will send in some Deadly Towers goals.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Working on Deadly Towers. We're gonna have an all Deadly Towers episode. The voting list is gonna just be Deadly Towers, Deadly Towers, Deadly Towers.
Yep.
how's that going to work with the 4th option?
Jeez.
Well, it'll be 4 goals for Deadly Towers, and you just choose which goal you don't want to do. The lesser
Blindly, obviously.
multiple evils.
Right. Or it'll be like Deadly Towers, unknown game, and that game will turn out to be Deadly Towers. And we're also looking for players for SGL. This is going to be our last match of 2014, but we're starting up again right after AGDQ. Actually, I think we're going to wait a week after AGDQ, because I'm going to be gone for the week after AGDQ, but the following one I should be back, and we'll be doing SGL the weekend after HDQ ends. So we're starting up in January again, and also hopefully we'll be able to do some Thursdays as well as people's schedules will start to open up.
Yep. So if you think you can free up a Thursday night or a Saturday afternoon, and you want to play some games and hang out, then you should also contact us. The same site, but there's a different tab you can click on.
Right.
Be a part of it.
Yep, exactly. And you can just email sgl@speedgaming.tv for anything, or if you want to volunteer to help out with the show or have any suggestions about it, please. Always looking for feedback.
And you definitely don't need to be a speedrunning all-star. I mean, there are points involved, and some people are very, very good. But if you just want to, play games and have fun, and you're not really into the whole competitive, super competitive thing, then that's fine too. We accept players of all skill
Yep.
levels.
It's nice because you only have to learn a little piece of the game, so you don't have to worry about, how well you can learn an entire any percent route. Although we have had some really short games where you're basically learning the whole game, but it's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's definitely a great way to get into speedrunning. I mean, you do have to come and do a show in front of all these people, but
Yep.
No
Thousands
pressure.
of people watching.
whatever. They're all cheering for you.
No pressure, don't worry about it.
No pressure. We're all judging you.
Literally, there's a timer. You're being graded.
It's a speed run. There's always a timer.
Crying out loud.
This is how we set up. We're gonna set up the fantasy leagues later. Take
Right.
your SGL performance, give you stats.
It's like D&D for people who don't want to bother with tabletop stuff.
Yeah, just like that. How come there isn't a Batman RPG? That's what I want to know.
Because it wouldn't make any sense.
Why wouldn't
Batman
it make any
never
sense?
levels up. He's just strong.
He just starts out
Starts
strong.
at level 99. Well, I guess Batman's kind of... Well, I guess role-playing games don't necessarily have to let you role-play. The definition there is pretty vague.
Right.
But, yeah, Batman's just kind of... He's always the same,
That's true. I suppose that would be part of the definition of a role-playing game, is that you have stats and you somehow improve them over time. But when you start out perfect, where do you go from there? It's like a support group for people who can never have RPGs made about them. It's just Batman and Chuck Norris in it. Alright, so we've got, Cards of the Heart got his time down, just got the official timing in from Arkhanno at 3:03.61 on Cards of the Heart's most recent run.
Yeah, it's something.
And it looks like Rane's got a 2:40. That is, we're getting the official timing on right now, and that'll appear in the top right when that comes through. We just passed the 11:11 mark, so just over 11 minutes left on the clock.
As is customary on the show.
Right. The 11:11 warning.
I was
I
about
wish
to
it
make a
was the
pizza
7-Eleven
joke.
warning so I can go get a Slurpee. But
I
there are no
I just
7-Elevens in my town.
realized that it might be a Canadian thing. I don't know.
What is?
967 1111. Is that
That's
Nah, I know what
nothing
you
I've
mean.
ever heard of.
Oh.
667.
I think it depends on what locale you were in.
Yeah,
Numbers.
it's regional.
Yeah.
I've encountered some weird things as a Canadian on the internet. I remember I was asking of people, what's the better cookie, the Oreo or the Fudgio? And everyone was like, you mean like a chocolate Oreo? And I was like, no, I mean like a Fudgio. It's by the same company and it's got
Made with fudge.
And then yeah, it turned out, oh, that's a Canada only thing.
Trust me, I have that with my favorite candy bar is Canadian only because it's Cadbury. Most of that doesn't cross the border.
Yep.
Which candy bar is that?
Wunderbar.
Oh yeah,
I actually had one.
Ginger bar's good. Coffee Crisp is good. I think that's another Canadian only.
I like Coffee Crisp. I also like Mr. Big.
You saw Rain just pass through an enemy by punching him and then using the invulnerability for that. That's a clever trick. I found that
It's
kind of
used
tough.
a lot by Dexter and Funkbach. There's a lot of like subtle needs to that.
Yeah.
It's precise.
Yeah, it's pretty precise. I had a lot of trouble doing that. I can pass through enemies by using the Batarang, but I haven't had much success punching my way through them.
Bringing conversation back to the important matters, candy bars and different regions. Mikey brings up the Smarties issue. So I don't know if people know this. Smarties in the U.S. are those little tart
Sure.
things that are generally kind of bad.
They're little chalky circles.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So those in Canada are called rockets, and what we have Smarties, but it's they're chocolate.
They're like
things with
M&Ms.
a candy
It's
shit.
that-
Yeah, it's like they're like bad M&Ms.
Huh.
They're not bad. Don't give me that shit.
Smarties and M&Ms they're pretty similar, but
Interesting.
I-
I mean, if you're gonna describe the concept of them, the best way thing you can say is they're like M&Ms.
Yeah. They have more of a candy taste to them.
Oh, we get to see what the low road looks like here. Look at that. We'll jump back up. That could be faster.
I just want to say, like, it's weird doing this week's SGL. I don't think I've had to do as much button remapping playing games ever.
That's right, because this game uses the start button to weapon switch, and Darkwing uses the select button to weapon switch.
I played World of Warcraft for a year and a half, so I got pretty good at, two rows of bars of icons going up the bottom and the side of the screen.
That doesn't count, dude. Well,
Binding
WoW's
things
meant to do that.
Shift G.
I don't know, man. It's not anything according to all my macros I had back in Final Fantasy 11. I think I had 4 toolbars of macros. My white mage. I think although one of them was distinctly for guiding people through the Paladin quest. So anyone who's played 11, if you ever had a white mage guide you through the Paladin quest, you should really thank them. Because that is not fun nor easy. For anyone who doesn't know, you gotta lead like level 30 players through a level 75 zone.
Ha!
And white mages are the only people who can do it because they have this stuff that stops things from aggroing party. So it's just really annoying when you have people who try to go off on their own. Oh, I know where I'm going. No, you don't. Stop it.
Oh, jeez.
Just over 6 minutes left on the clock. We seem to be in a holding pattern in terms of the times here. They've gone down a little bit, but stayed pretty much in proportion to each other.
Yeah.
Waiting for Cards to pull out the clutch Batman run and surprise us all at the last minute.
It'll be a surprise to me, too. I'll tell you that.
Surprise all of us.
You're definitely playing better than you were, 20 minutes ago or whatever. So,
Yeah, so these players have both had only 60 minutes to practice this game. They were informed of it earlier this show. Unlike the Darkwing Duck goals that we have, the players have had close to a week to work on that, but they only get an hour at the mystery game, so it's different level of gameplay.
yep, some goals are simple enough that you kind of start to bump up against a skill ceiling.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's always room for some improvement, but if, you know, I'm making a curving motion with my hand that no one can see to
Right.
try to explain it. But
Yeah, we'll often see it come down to players will sort of hone in on a certain time, and then it'll be just like a couple frames improvement, you know, minor things.
yeah,
But with this,
Batman
it's
is
yeah.
not one of these times.
Right. We're nowhere close to that skill cap here.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe a skill cap for me, but not skill cap with the game.
Right. It's not the game's fault if you guys can't get past a certain point.
I certainly don't want to know what Dexter puts out on this.
Right. Yeah. I wish I could compare time for completing this goal if you were world record caliber. But yeah, a lot of this
Pretty
stoppage
sure-
is
I'm pretty
completely
sure
absent.
It used to be sub 230.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, because that run is very optimized, and there's, you know, any stoppage that you see in this goal here probably isn't going to be in the world record run. I mean, there's probably a few places where you need to stop, but not most of this.
I'm pretty sure there might even be some time you can save from the world record run, but that's because we're starting with so much ammo that it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we do have a lot of ammo.
So I think on average, like, Funk and Dexter wanted to have like 50, 60, and they're also going for the whole game, so they need to carry it over between levels, but having just this much to do on one stage, you can probably do faster things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kabuki Quantum Fighter is a favorite of us here. We've had this on a number of times.
Uh-oh,
We've
I
had all the levels
stirred
done,
Dexter.
haven't we?
He's gonna go check.
Uh-oh,
Either means
cool.
he's gonna go beat our times, or he's gonna let us know what he did.
He's gonna go totally annihilate the times you guys have put up.
There we go. Really? Alright, that's fine. Guess it might be faster to jump over that last flamethrower at the end of the stage. Oh, jeez.
226. Wow. That would be, if Dexter was playing, we'd be close to a 226. Well, so congrats, Rain, for getting even that close to it. 11 plus seconds off.
Well, I'll be honest, I watched an old Funk Doc run just because those. It's probably a little bit easier to emulate that than what Dexter currently does.
That's true.
Just guessing.
That's true. We have seen that before. That, you know, I'll list the world record run as a reference to look at, but people will have, you know, better luck looking at some less optimized strats. Sometimes the world record's just too good.
Yeah, sometimes it's just smartest to work within your limits.
Oh, that's with the boss kill. So,
Oh.
so never mind.
Confidence
I was
shattered.
surprised. It
Being
was only 11
semi-decent at this game, completely dashed.
Way to crush
Yeah.
our spirits, Dexter.
Yep.
So yeah, if anyone watching hasn't seen the Batman world record run, you definitely check it out. It is really cool. Very short, very optimized.
Yeah, show it to your friends who played the game when they were kids.
Right.
They'll be blown away. It's the perfect type of speed run for that.
Mhm.
I mean, when they did that, you know, the kids react thing, or teens react, I wanted to see the teens react to, you know, Sinister beating Mike Tyson's Punch-Out blindfolded.
Mhm.
They did one for them playing the game. It's like, well, what about this guy who speedran the game blindfolded? Crap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the React stuff. I was a little sad when they brought out like an old brick Game Boy, and I was like, oh no, the kids aren't gonna know what it is, and I'm gonna feel old. But some of them did.
Game
So-
Boy had a longer lifespan than NES at
Oh, yeah,
least,
yeah.
so you know more people know. And then you know there were Game Boy Colors and Game Boy Advance, so it's a little bit more known in pop culture. All right, so we're getting down to the end. We're gonna have last call for resets, so if you would like to reset, please do so now. Otherwise, you'll be
Resetting.
stuck with the run that you're at.
I just updated the value in the wrong slot.
And the window of opportunity for that is now closed. So, they're stuck with the runs they're doing now. So we're in sudden death mode, basically. Pressure is on for cards to take off 23
Yeah,
seconds, 26 seconds from his time.
I had to go. I
it's
had
not
to go
impossible.
through stage 3 deathless, and I have a lot of trouble with that.
Okay, times
It's
are
already
correct.
10 seconds ahead.
Okay, times are correct. 237.
Because I accidentally updated the time in the wrong. They'll be updated for everyone.
He's got a good run going so far.
Yeah.
He's low on health though. So.
Of
Yes.
course, first time I go to the high road, I go completely.
And that's it.
There's no.
Batman bursts into flames. Spoilers, Batman is also a robot. That's how he's able to kill things. Rain appears to be desyncing.
No, I'm not doing that great. I already botched
Okay.
up. I was going just because in case he posted better, I need to, not just be like, yeah, I'm done. Just
Yeah.
Right, and then regret it. But no, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's it for match number 2. We had RaneOfSOTN take this with a 237.4 versus CardsOfTheHeart's 303.
Yeah, but the 303 is misleading. Cards had to try to step up, to meet the Rain's time, so he was resetting a lot of runs that probably would have been, the 250s, 240s, that sort of.
Right, yeah, I mean, if you look right there on the splits, his second split was minus 10.8 from his PB, so, clearly the time was there, it's just didn't quite get the run in time.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's about what I expected. Bit of a train wreck. Yeah, about what I expected.
No.
You guys
no,
did a good
not
job.
train
It's
wreck.
it's a hard game. It's a very
It is.
it's a very
It is,
technical
and
game,
I-
very complex speed run. You did a great job with it.
of course I'm up against the killer here, so
Yeah, coming up next we have well, here, let me show the standings so far while I'm getting set up.
I believe you'll notice Dragondarch is 4th from the top. Yep. So he'll be the player to watch here.
There we go. We have this episode standing so far. Darkwing Duck in match 1. Cards of the Heart winning that one. RaneOfSOTN wins match 2, Batman. And next we're going to see match number 3, which is going to be Darkwing Duck again. This is going to be the same goal you saw in match 1. It's going to be the Steelbeaks level, the ship at the end of the game. After that, we're going to be doing the second mystery game in match 4. We'll be doing Castlevania III, Dracula's Curse. Dragondarch and JLo taking that one. And then finally, the 5th match of the evening will be a 4-way match between Cards of the Heart, Dragondarch, JLo, and RaneOfSOTN of Darkwing Duck. A different goal than what you've seen. This time they'll be playing the sewers level in that. So let's go back.
That is the best position to hang from right there.
Yep. on the shadow of the thing that is real.
Alright, let's get the other goal set up.
Alright, just give me a moment to get my stream in the right place.
Don't worry, everyone's grooving to the music.
Yeah, they're rocking out.
What even is this? I gotta. Oh, it's like a. Yeah, there's all kinds of original works on Rainwave.
Yeah, there
So
sure
I'm like,
are.
oh, what game is this from? Oh, no, it's just something some guy came up with.
I'm content to do this until the match starts.
Just sit here holding
Bong.
Okay, looks good. We got those guys there. Alright, are both players ready to start this? And can you both reset so I can make sure you're starting at 0?
Make sure we don't start at 60.3 seconds or something.
Right, that's been fixed. I thought I fixed it once, but I didn't, and then I believe it was Binary Dragon who found the bug. Alright, so it looks like you're both starting at the right spot. I checked this because sometimes if you don't start this, if you don't have the game paused while you're loading the script, sometimes it'll come in like several seconds into the timer, and that's no good. Don't want to have that. Alright, so both players ready to do this?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Cool. Okay. How about you,
I'm
Rane?
not. No. You
No.
can almost just give this one the dark, but we'll see.
Alright, you're just gonna quit? Sounds good. That'll be entertaining.
Cats, go. Open the door. Get at them. Quick. Go.
I'm gonna go lock the door.
Dude, you aren't stopping cats with the lock on the door, man. They got paws. They can get under.
Alright, both players ready, I assume, yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna count you guys down.